call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta fill up.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Juggernaut Show. Tonight, I'm here to give you my WWE NXT Heatwave 2025 predictions. So, NXT Heatwave is going to be going down this Sunday, August 24th, from Lowell, Massachusetts. And also that same day, we're going to be having AEW and New Japan Forbidden Door, which these shows will not be at the same time, but I mean, WWE is still doing like a counter programming thing, because I mean, they did this back in July with Great American Bash, which I thought that was the worst PLE of the year for WWE, or for NXT, that was the worst PLE of the year, in my opinion. But yeah, we got NXT Heatwave going down. Guys, go down in the comments. Let me know what your level of excitement for NXT Heatwave is. Are you guys looking forward to the show? Yeah, let me know. And let me know the matches that you guys are looking forward to on this PLE. So, of course, we got a total of 6 matches on the show. That's the formula that WWE's been running with for a while. And also, I gotta say, NXT, their women's division, they got one of the deepest women's divisions in all of professional wrestling. Because like 4 out of like 6 of these matches have like women in them. So hey, they really put their women at the forefront. Because I gotta say, their men's division isn't at the top right now. Their women's division is what killing it right now. But yeah, I say my level for excitement for the show probably about a 6 right now. I mean, there are some matches I'm looking forward to. They got a lot of things because like last year's Heatwave was really good, so we'll see if they can live up to see if this Heatwave can be as good as last year's. I think it could be, because like the matches look like they could be really good from the in-ring, but we'll see what happens though. So let's go ahead and get started with this prediction video. So the first match that we're going to be talking about is we got the Juggernaut Jordynne Grace going up against the Glamour Mariah May. Now, back at Great American Bash, we saw Jordynne Grace and Mariah May tag teaming together. At first, we thought they were going to be, good friends. Jordynne Grace thought she could trust Blake Monroe. Even though the two opposite styles, with all the big muscles that Jordynne Grace has, and how Blake Monroe wants to look all pretty and wants to look all good in the ring and like have this cocky attitude. So we saw them get the victory back at Great American Bash, and then Jordynne Grace had a NXT Women's Championship match at the biggest women's pay-per-view of the year, or PLE of the year, Evolution. And that's where Blake Monroe turned heel on Jordynne Grace. And ever since then, Jordynne Grace has been trying to get her hands on Blake Monroe. But Blake Monroe, she's just been running from her. Being, that chicken shit heel, just running from Jordynne Grace. And also lately, Jordynne Grace lately Blake Monroe has just been, kind of point out like all the insecurities of Jordynne Grace, or like saying, like when she first went into professional wrestling, how she wasn't all jacked like she is now. And basically saying that Jordynne Grace is insecure. And, Jordynne Grace has been saying that Blake Monroe is jealous of her because of all the opportunities that Jordynne Grace has got. I gotta say this feud right here, or this kind of like the way they've been booking this, hasn't been all that great. Like, for the first thing, they should have never had Blake Monroe as a babyface, because she is much better as a heel. So they should have brought her in as a heel to begin with. I don't know why they, had to do that heel turn so quickly. They should have had her as a heel like in the first place. And also Jordynne Grace, we thought that she's gonna be like a main focal point when the last year when she was with Stephanie Vacour and Roxanne Perez was down there, Julia and Jordan Grace. We thought after all them women went up to the main roster, like okay, yeah, this is Jordan Grace. This time she's gonna be winning the NXT Women's Championship, but she just falls short every time, and she's just been falling short. I definitely think that Blake Monroe needs the victory more than Jordan Grace. I think the longer time Jordan Grace stays in like NXT, I think she's definitely gonna be winning the NXT Women's Championship eventually. But I feel like the storyline is going to continue much longer. So go ahead and give me Blake Monroe to defeat Jordan Grace here. So we'll move on to the next match, which we got the NXT North American Champion Ethan Page tag teaming with Chelsea Green going up against Team USA. That's what I'm calling them here. Tavion Heights. And we got Tyra May Steele, the first Olympic gold medalist for professional wrestling for the women, because we know Kurt Angle is the first gold medalist in WWE. So yeah, we got this match here, this tag team match. So kind of the backstory behind this feud. Ethan Page a few weeks ago, he was basically talking about how great Canada was, and talking a whole bunch of shit about the USA and all that. And that's when Tavion Heights, that's when he came out and interrupted Ethan Page. And he said that his tag team partner was going to be Tyra May Steele, the first women Olympic gold medalist in WWE. She's the winner of LFG season 1 for the women. And she came out and attacked Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. And then this week they tried to do that whole peace treaty. We know how like contract signings or peace treaties go. Like it just never ends up well. And to be honest, this has been getting over pretty well. Like I kind of like this pairing of Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. I really do like it. And the fans were really, really behind Chelsea Green here on NXT this past week. It's gonna be a fun match. I can't wait to watch it. This is actually one of the matches I'm looking forward to. To be honest, I think that Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele is gonna win, because maybe this sets up a match between Ethan Page and Tavion Heights in the future. Maybe like a future PLE or something. I don't know. Like maybe Tavion Heights can pin him and say, "Hey, I want a match with you." Maybe like a Halloween Havoc or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the baby faces to win here. Like it really doesn't hurt if they lose. So I mean, it doesn't hurt if the heels lose here. So yeah, go ahead and give me Team USA to win here. All right, and like I would just love to see this like faction like of Ethan Page and Chelsea Green, like on the main roster, like this like whole like Team Canada thing, and maybe like add, because I've been hearing rumors that Chris Jericho is potentially coming back to WWE, so maybe have him as the have Jericho as like the manager, or like I wish Bobby Roode was still like on television, wasn't doing like all backstage stuff, being like a producer. I wish he was doing more, more on television. I can't have Bobby Roode a part of this faction, but I just want to see more of this, and especially on the main roster. But yeah, we move on to the next match. So we got Hank and Tank going up against the team of we got Dark State, which we don't know which members of Dark State it's gonna be. We got Deion Lennox, we got Saquon Sugars, we got the other guys are blanking my mind right now. But yeah, we got Dark State right here. Listen to me. If Dark State loses this match, they're just like dead in the water. Like their faction's done. If they lose this match here, this faction is basically done. Like it was cool, that they brought him out, like back in May or something. they're attacking people, and then it kind of started getting corny. They started doing like the crazy lighting, and attacking people out from the crowd. So it started getting a little weird, and then they started jobbing to like TNA people, which that should have never been happening. But yeah, I mean, and also, oh, I can't remember the white dude's name off the top of my head. If someone wants to go down in the comments, let me know. But he's been talking about like saying weird stuff about butts. Like I mean, they kind of have to get more of a personality about them with that whole stuff that's been going on there. But like, yeah, if they lose here, there's another rebellious faction, that's kind of failed and stuff. Which I don't want to see this faction fail. But yeah, go ahead and give me Dark State to become new tag team champions here. And also, I don't think Hank and Tank, their tag team title reign hasn't been all that great. So I think it's time for them to drop the titles and put them on Dark State. Yeah, give me Dark State to win here. And then the next match we have is the number one contenders match for the NXT Women's Championship. We got Lola Vice going up against Kalani Jordan and going up against Jada Parker. Miss Parker. Hey, I'm looking forward to this match here. This is going to be awesome. Can't wait to see what these three women do here in this match. Not Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice. She's been killing it, and she's been doing some amazing stuff here in NXT. Even she's been showing up in AAA, Lucha Libre. She's been doing stuff over there. Also, Kalani Jordan. Could Kalani Jordan, get this opportunity here? And also, Jada Parker, she's been trying to, prove that, she's championship worthy. She even beat Jasmine Nix on a NXT a few weeks ago. So this is going to be really, really cool to see. To be honest, I don't think Kalani Jordan's going to win here. It's either between Lola Vice and Jada Parker. Oh man, I'm just kind of split between the middle. Like this match, you flip the coin here. This can go either way between them. I like to see. I think it's going to be Lola Vice who wins, but I would love to see Jada Parker win. I wouldn't be upset if Jada Parker wins this match. Because I want to see, I want to see what Jada Parker could do. I don't want to see like give her the opportunity. See if she can swim or drown. See what she can do. But I think it's going to be Lola Vice who wins here. I think that's what they're going to do. But hey, if it's Jada Parker, like I said, I'm not going to be upset. All right. And then the next match we have here is the NXT Women's Championship. Are both titles on the line? I think it's just the NXT Women's Championship. I think it's no, it's not the NXT Women's Championship. It is the TNA Knockouts title on the line. We got JC Jane defending the title against Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance of the Elegance brand. To be honest, JC Jane, she's actually been proving it as of late. I feel like this match fits her style more. Brings out more of her like. It doesn't show as much as her weaknesses in this match here, so I think that's going to be good. And Masha Slamovich, she's amazing in the ring, and then of course Ash by Elegance, and she's going to do what she does with her great character work. It's good to see her back on a WWE PLE. My boy Leo's going crazy over Ash by Elegance. He's always been a big fan of Dana Brooke. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun match. I can't wait to see what happens here. But JC Jane is not losing this title right now. I think when TNA's gonna get their titles back at Bound for Glory, they're gonna get both the Knockouts and the TNA World Championship at TNA's biggest show of the year, which is Bound for Glory. It's not going to happen on a WWE PLE. And I don't think it's going to be happening with Masha Slamovich or Ash by Elegance. I think it's going to be someone bigger than that. I have no idea yet. But we'll see as time gets closer. But yeah, JC Jane's going to be retaining here. This is gonna be fun to see. I can't wait to see the different styles we see in this match. But yeah, JC Jane's gonna be retaining. There's something else I was gonna add, but no, I can't remember. But yeah, JC Jane's retaining. And we move on to the main event, which we have is the ruler Oba Femi defending the NXT Championship against that boy is bouncing Javon Evans, the young OG. Javon Evans, he's kind of just waiting his time. And then a few weeks ago, NXT was in Houston, and he kind of got that nod of approval from the dead man, The Undertaker, and kind of getting that little rub from The Undertaker, saying, "Hey, keep going after the biggest dog in the yard, and make it your yard." So that's what Javon Evans is doing here. A few weeks ago, he came out, called out Oba Femi, and even Trick Williams came out. We had this number of contenders match this past week on NXT, which of course Javon Evans won here. That's why he's on this graphic. But Trick Williams was trying to make it do like a little title for title. And you know how cocky Trick Williams is these days. And also he's wearing the TNA title upside down, which kind of reminds me of what Cena was doing when he was wearing the title backwards and stuff. And he's kind of he flipped TNA upside down basically. That's why he puts the title upside down. But yeah, back to about Oba Femi and Javon Evans. It's nice to see this excitement in this this high flying superstar. And he got the crowd behind him. The crowd loves him. And last year, he made a great impact at Heatwave. And can he do it this year? Can he finally capture the NXT championship for a great moment? And my answer is going to be Oba Femi retains. It's not time for Javon Evans to win the NXT championship on this PLE. I think it's going to happen at like a bigger PLE, maybe like Stand and Deliver, or maybe NXT New Year's Evil. But it's not happening here. He's not being Oba Femi quite yet, but it will happen. Because they're going to build more sympathy for Javon Evans. The babyface is going to do the chase for the title. They always do that here in WWE. The babyface is going to do chase, get more sympathy to him, maybe lose a couple more matches, and then bam, he finally wins the title. And like Stand and Deliver, or like I said, maybe New Year's Evil if they want to do it then. But yeah, give me Oba Femi to retain. So those were all the matches for NXT Heatwave. Like I said, go down and give me your guys' predictions below. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to the show. And also, if this is your first time ever checking out my channel, hit that subscribe button. That really helped me out a lot. Also, hit the like button. That will help out my videos in the algorithm. And go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on X and Instagram at TheTrueJSB, which those links will be down in the description below. And you guys can also go follow me on TikTok, The Juggernaut Show, which that will also be linked down below. And all the channels, you got the Flex Zone, you got Kickin It with Leo, you got the T.A.G podcast, you got the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast. Definitely go subscribe to all those channels down below. Amazing channels. Definitely go subscribe to them. And like I said, subscribe to me as well. And tomorrow, I got my AEW Forbidden Door preview predictions for that. So stay tuned for that. But this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will catch you guys in my next video. So peace.